Alright, hello! So, it is time to finish up this free-to-play through. I had originally planned to do the second dream before it was time to do the raid. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, as my build was not exactly where I wanted it to be for that, but it worked out in the end. Now we just need to finish the second dream, and I think that's going to be all for this free-to-play through. There may be another one if you guys are into that idea. In fact, there almost certainly will be, because it seems like you guys really enjoy these, and the early game has changed quite a bit since this one started. But let's just get on with the second dream stuff. Also, solo. But yeah, I ended up deciding, I think I want to go through the second dream as Rhino, because whenever I originally did it, I went through his Excal, but I actually want to see how the cutscenes look with Rhino as the character, because that seems fun. I considered going through his Trinity, but I don't really like how Trinity looks that much. Not regular Trinity, anyway.
Infiltrate the Grineer systems to find out what they know. It may lead us to the Stalker.
Yeah, this spy should be incredibly easy. Alright, just because I've been doing it, this is one of, I think this is the spot. Yeah, this is it. This is one of the Courier that's, like, fucking impossible to, like, figure out on your own. Although some people have done it. You hack this, and if we go down here, it opens this door, and there's a Courier inside this door. Which, yes, is just as ass backwards as you might imagine. That one is very difficult to find. Not in terms of, like, if you look it up, it's relatively simple. Because you just have to, like, find this room. But, in the original hunt, that one was blank for quite some time.
If you trigger the alarms
right
now,
over here.
the enemy will start destroying data.
Also, these C-Lab spies are a little unique. Alright. This one is... Can I... Wait, no. No, I can't do that. I have to actually... Right. I think they fixed it. See that orange barrier up there? I think I could iron skin through that before, but I cannot anymore. I think is the case. I'm fairly certain. There we go.
Alarms have been triggered. You need to retrieve that data before the data destruction is complete. You've been seen.
There we are. Haven't done this spy vault in a long time, so it took me a little bit to remember exactly where I was going.
Fragments of his body, or how every part of him is connected to a singular mind. This how he's invading my mind.
Oh yeah, also, it's worth noting, something that maybe some people don't know in Spy, if you just go ABC, that's like their progression through the level.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Okay, this one... Oh yeah, this is the tunnels, I believe. Yeah, this might suck, actually, because my Odonat is not great. should be okay. Relatively. All right. There we go. Yeah, just following this power line here is a good way to be. There we go. And there we are. Easy peasy. Significantly more difficult if, reverse that. Significantly easier if you have an Itzel, because you can actually just teleport through all that shit. Although most people will not have an Itzel by the time they should be doing this, so,
The Tenno Hive has corrupted your precepts. With love, I will destroy them and make you right again.
You will never find them, Hun Hao.
But I see your mind. I already have found them. You owe me their lives.
We've been locked out. Let's override the security. Override successful. Let's get going. You're nearing the console.
I actually don't remember which one this
now,
is.
And they will start destroying the data.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. This one's actually pretty cool. I like this one. There we are. Probably put the Vacor Murloc away. Wait, is that correct? I thought I went down. Drop down here. Oh, whoops. There we go.
Alarms successfully hacked. The location is returning to normal security levels.
Yeah, all these ones are super not commonly run. In fact, I think this could potentially be the absolute only time you ever see these vaults. Almost certainly, actually. I don't think there's ever another time where you have to run these. Unless we're counting Star Chart completion, then I think you have to do these once or twice. There's not an exit there, right? No, it's above me that there's the exit. I think it's in the next room. Yeah. Don't remember that's being there. And there we go. Rhino is quiet like a mouse.
That's what I was looking for. I can decode the rest of the message. This is bizarre. It's for me. I need a moment to contact this person, get to extraction.
Where the fuck am I going? Alright, there we go. Weirdly, the way that you exit this mission doesn't make any fucking sense. Although that is more commonly the case than it should be.
Hunhao is listening. I will be discreet. The message you uncovered was an offer to help us. I do not trust the person who wrote it, but we are out of options.
Alright. Oh yeah, this one's gonna be hard. I forgot about this part of the mission. This will be difficult. Luckily, I already know where to go. Yeah, adding Archwing into the mix changes things.
Hello, Tenem. Are you surprised? Why? You know I've always had my ear to the camera. Those dogs don't have a clue what kind of bone I've dug up. But I do. Shall I show you? Don't worry. You can trust me. This time.
But this is gonna be possibly a pain.
I know. Our past has been slightly, combative. But genocidal invaders from the other system make strange bedfellows, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, I guess it's worth noting, you're technically supposed to do this after you've done the Mesa quest line, but I don't think that's gonna realistically happen for people.
The sentient Hunhao, nightmare of the Orokin, boogeyman to the Corvus. That thing must have your Lotus in quite a panic for her to be working with the likes of me.
Just trying to avoid these enemies.
So this Stalker seems like he's made quite a powerful friend, hasn't he? I wonder what's under that scary, smoky exterior. A heart of gold, perhaps.
Yeah, avoiding confrontation in Archwing is usually best practice. And now we've arrived at the part that might suck. But also maybe not. If I remember correctly, it's over here. Pretty sure this is it. Ah yes, that went much smoother than anticipated. I think you can scan these? Don't remember. Scan that guy. Let's get out of the water.
Are these the bones you're looking for, Lotus?
Yes, this is it. A fragment of my father, destroyed in the old war. I can use it to see him. I see the Stalker stronger, Hunhao's voice within him. I see the reservoir, but I feel confusion. He doesn't know unless... Oh no.
Thank you, daughter. Fear has baited you to the snare. What was secret is now known. Your Tenno, their touch. I now see the womb of the sky. My shadow now walks the path.
What have I done? Get out of there, Tenno.
Yes, yes, hurry, Tenno, but be careful. Last time you got close with the sentients, you wiped out an entire civilization. But you don't remember that, do you?
What they're referring to there is that the Tenno definitely killed, let's say at least 99% of the Orokin. Excuse me, everyone. Don't mind me. Let me just get the fuck out of here real quick. That went better than anticipated. Underwater Archwing is so slow. Oh well. That's over now.
Hanhao is listening. I will be discreet. The message you uncovered was an offer to help us. I do not trust the person who wrote it, but we are out of options.
Lotus, that's the mission. You said that before I did the last mission.
Tell me, Lotus, what is this reservoir? Some hidden Tenno weakness?
Goodbye, Alid. You've earned your favor. We'll take it from here.
Don't think so. I'm here to protect my investment. If that thing manages to destroy the Tenno, then where does my investment go? Now then, where is he?
Alright. Oh wow, I never noticed that it was just called, what's the mission type? Quest. That's pretty good. Like, at least the other one was just called Salvage, which is, like, a very, very sparingly used mission type.
When you connected to Hanhao's fragment, Hanhao saw a path to the reservoir that led through here. He cannot reach it alone. He needs the Stalker to do it for him.
There we go.
Void gate. These things never made sense to me. You must be asking, Alid, what's in this for you? It's simple, really. I scratch your metal back, and you scratch mine. All the credits in the system aren't worth half as much as a Tenno owing you a favor. You're smart, Tenno. You'll figure out how to open it again, won't you?
Hey everyone.
This needle pierces the sky. Not only find the Tenno heart within, these puppets will not stop me. I will attack in many forms.
There we are.
Impressive. These sentient
Interesting.
items appear to adapt to damage. I'd love to crack it open and see what makes it tick.
Incredible. The Stalker has built void keys. Use this one to reopen the portal before more sentient fighters come. The void
Way ahead of
is
you, Lotus,
open.
as usual.
Cross the threshold. Go now. The sentients cannot follow.
Oh, don't you just hate that feeling? Makes my stomach flip. Let's see where you've landed. Find a nav console. Sweet prophet, the moon exists. It was in the void all along. I knew the Lotus was powerful, but this, she erased history. We thought it was destroyed all this time. My, Lotus. You make a fine villain.
And the reservoir with it. Very clever, Nanta. Shadow, your path is clear.
Alright. Oops. There we go.
Hunhouse found it. The reservoir, hidden in a void. A place sentients can never reach. We must do everything to keep it there. It's the only way to keep the Tenno's power alive.
Found the reservoir? As unpleasant as our past is, I have to ask. I've seen inside the Tenno, yes, and what I found didn't make sense. Does this reservoir conceal some great deception?
Everything I have done was done to protect them. The void is forbidden to the sentients. It's our only protection against them destroying the Tenno. Do not let Alan distract you from your mission.
Oh, they don't know the truth either, do they? How sweet. The betrayers get what they deserve. Lies from their omnipotent mother.
I have detected a ship leaving the tower. It's the Stalker. He's on his way to the moon. You need to find a way to get off this tower and onto the moon.
It seems to me that this tower is dedicated to masking the moon's location in the void place. Why not disable the mask so that claptrap orders can pick them up? Or is that too complicated for you? That's it, Tenno. Shut down this power grid so that your mouthpiece orders can lock onto your location in the void.
Keep talking, Oracle called Alad V. Your silence soon comes.
Yeah, so this is very simple. I keep walking through that.
You did it. The void mask is crumbling.
Operator? How did you get through to me? Don't worry, Otis is on his way now, preparing for extraction.
The sky will be as it was meant. The shadow returns the moon. The reservoir swells with Tenno blood. The old war finally ends.
Alright.
The moon. Somehow, Otis actually remembers the last time I was here. Concern for the operator is at critical levels.
The suspense is killing me. Lotus, you have to tell us your secret. Hey, don't cut me off.
Within the moon lies the reservoir, the secret to your Tenno power. But the secret is dangerous. It drove the Stalker to madness. Forgive my deception. I was only trying to protect you from the same fate. Now, it is time to protect yourselves by ensuring the moon remains within the safety of the void.
Alright. these missions are relatively quick and easy. The most worrying parts of these are pretty much just the Archwing parts. Once you've made it to when you can do this quest, you should be pretty much entirely prepared to solo it all the way through. Give or take, like, needing a really good weapon. I chose the Soma, which works great here. Soma Rhino, like, pretty much...
Collapse the void, Shadow, so that my fragments may attack. The Tenno hearts will beat their blast.
No. If the void is collapsed, the reservoir will be destroyed, and you and the rest of the Tenno will be lost. Get to the void control room and stop the Stalker.
Do I have energy pads? I don't have energy pads. So this is the power drift room. I'll just explain how to do this. So this thing here is a spiral staircase down. And you fill these 4 things with energy when you stand near it. It doesn't work right now. I'll show that some other time. If you guys would like a guide on all of the drift puzzles, let me know.
It is done.
Speaking of which, endurance drift.
The moon will be crushed by the weight of the void. The sky will be as it should be.
Void collapse. Oh no. It would be such a shame to lose the moon so soon after finding it. Of course, you could just put it back in its rightful place, couldn't you, Lotus?
I didn't want to have to do this, but the collapse is imminent. If the reservoir is to survive, we need to pull the moon out of the void. Here, help me disrupt the void compasses to reorient the moon.
There is no salvation for your bride.
There are 3 void compasses that steer the moon within the void. I will disconnect them from the central system to gain control. Supply them with power from their shields while I finish my task.
Nata, you trust this Oregon blood? Chisel weapons from our bones.
Nope, that's absorb. That little thing is probably the most powerful thing Stalker can do. This little laser orb. Getting hit by it will pretty much kill you. Where'd you go? Also, the invincibility time of Iron Skin is a good way to block some of these attacks. And he has to waste time dispelling it, which is usually pretty useful to you. There we go.
Cannot stop the inevitable.
The next compass needs power.
Oops, there we go.
Keep moving. Another compass needs your shield's power. The void compasses are all disrupted, but there is one more step. Get to the pendula. Hurry.
What was that?
Oregon, the noise you make will cease now and forever.
Unhouse found me. Sorry I can't stick around to see how this all ends, but I've got to save my own skin. Don't forget our dear Lotus.
These pendula keep being stable in the void. Power them down. Security eye. Watch out.
This should be relatively simple. Relatively. Popping all these caps. This is also a drift puzzle, technically.
Wait, the security eye just destroyed a pendulum. Try and trick it into taking out the rest.
Damn it. Oh shit, it reappeared there? There we go. That cut it, right?
That's it.
There we go.
The eye is taking out the pendulum.
It's a minor pain to get this thing to do this. Iron Skin helps a lot here as well, because you can take a decent amount of damage from it. Damn it.
Last one.
There we go. Oh, whoops. There we are. Should be all of them.
It's done. The moon is falling out of the void. Hold on. This will not be a smooth ride. Get to extraction as quickly as possible.
So you can definitely forget to grab this drift pod, because whenever you do this, it completes this, of course. And that's Cunning Drift.
What they need
One of the better
Marcus,
ones.
is to be destroyed. They're devils from that hell, not human anymore.
No, Paulus, no more destruction. We could heal them. Maybe they're meant to save us.
How can you defend these devils, Margulis, after what they've done to you?
Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. They won't hurt anyone. I just need more time.
Hush, my wilted love. I cannot protect you. Tomorrow you must renounce before the seven.
Is that all of it? I think that sounds correct. I wish we actually got more of those types of conversations for doing the rest of the drifts, but I think it only happens there the first time you do it. Avoiding that fight if at all possible. Takes quite a bit of ammo at this level of power. Excalibur would be significantly better at killing sentients, but Brando is fine. Actually, I think I should swap around my Dex Dakra. Yeah, I'm gonna do that before the next mission. And in general, I think I should do that.
Somehow, Ordis actually remembers the last time I was here. Concern for the operator is at critical levels.
The suspense is killing me. Lotus, you have to tell us your secret. Hey, don't cut me off.
Within the moon lies the reservoir, the secret to your Tenno power. But the secret is dangerous. It drove the Stalker to madness.
We're in some things a couple
Forgive
times.
my deception. I was only trying to protect you from the same fate. Now, it is time to protect yourselves by ensuring the moon remains within the safety of the void.
Having some real deja vu here. Yeah. I was thinking if I want to change the way that my character looks, but I'm fine with this. Fashion frame is, of course, everything.
We saved the moon from a void collapse, but Hunhao can now attack the reservoir directly. He must not reach this sacred place.
Shadow, bleed the reservoir until it is desert dry.
Alright, there is one thing I want to do before we go any further. Wait, that's sound effects. Sound effects can stay about right here. Transmissions will go down a little bit. Orders can go up a little bit. Yeah. So this quest has really, really good music, so I'm just going to turn that up. Hopefully that's not like too loud for you guys, but I want you guys to be able to like hear the music that's in this quest if you don't plan to do it yourself. Because it is truly fantastic.
This will stop the voices from taking hold. You will have to dream, my angel.
Oh, can I get the... Yep.
Lotus, join with me.
Little Easter
Destroy
egg.
your shame. Become the one I love. Become Nata once more.
So shame on you! You Orican! So perfect on the outside, but you're rotted through and through!
7 hands raised. For your apostasy, the judgment is death. Margulis, why? It's about the other rejects we consigned to Lua a few years ago. They're calling it transference. I know we are desperate, Executor, but these aren't Dark soldiers. These are golems possessed by devil minds.
All right.
Dream. Not of what you are, but of what you want to be.
You hesitate, Shadow, but remember your despair. This is your only chance to make it end. Your hatred is too weak, Shadow. Mine is strong. My fragments will finish this.
Alright, time to move. Also worth noting, you have your 10 of power.
Operator, you're awake now, but you're more vulnerable than ever. Get back to your ship, now. You need to focus your mind to unleash your true power.
Also, you'll probably get a shit ton of neurodes here. And air recon, apparently. Oh yeah, the drop rate on all these guys increased, so this is probably going to be a little lucrative. I think the first time I did this, I got like... I feel like it was like 8 neurodes. It was pretty good. Fuck you. Come on. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Come on, little Tenno. Charge it up. There we go. Thank you. Why are those like that? Weird. Alright.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Unfortunately, no rares. Oh well. Good amount of neurodes, though. But it's not over yet.
I don't know how much time you have. Descend into the heart of your orbiter. There you will find the somatic link.
We still don't know what this is. It's infested goop.
Stalker! How? Get past him. Get to the link.
So you want to
Focus,
burst
Tenno.
down
Use
the
your energy to breathe life into the somatic link.
you want to burst down his little shots. You can just tap to remove his little things here. This was very confusing for me the first time I did this,
Again,
because it's not
it needs more
super
power.
obvious.
Shadow, protect me.
One more time.
There we go.
No self, no sense, no death. Just a metal puppet dangling on Tenno strings. Only the Tenno's death will end your despair. All your dread-long life, you've waited for this moment. But you're asking yourself, was I one of these wretched things? You know the answer. You still hate them. You still hate yourself. What is this? Shadow.
Now we fight on two fronts, my child. The war without, and the war within.
Alright. So, I'm gonna need a minute. But there's a lot here. The first time I saw this, well, you could just go look at it. There's a lot more options this time around. Alright, so, now we're all done. I think it turned out pretty well. Went for the blue and white, as I am wont to do. And otherwise, really nice. Hopefully, there's some weird buggy stuff, though, with the suit, where it's like the male body and the female body are fused together. Hopefully that works itself out. But we'll find out. And if it doesn't, let's see some funny shit.
My child, so beautiful.
Looks like it's
to
not gonna work
behold.
itself out.
How do you feel?
Confused. I thought I was...
I know. Forgive me. This is who you really are, a Tenno. More than human, but once a child like any other. What do you remember?
I remember everyone was laughing outside an airlock. This kid had a boy by the throat. I didn't think it was funny at all.
Memories. From your time aboard the Zariman 10-0, before the void jump accident. It was years before the ship was recovered. It was drifting dead in space, all her crew gone, except the children.
I didn't want to live anymore. I felt guilty that I was alive, but we could do things. Extraordinary things. Maybe there was a reason we survived.
You were so brave, but the Orokin were afraid of you. The Void had changed you, and you couldn't control it. No one could. They were about to destroy the orphans of 10-0, but Margulis, she loved you. She found a way.
She put us into the dream state, brought us peace. I remember. We could still hear her voice raging at the leaders for their mistreatment of us. When they executed her, well, I could not let that go.
The Orokin murdered Margulis, used her work to create transference. Your mind projected into a surrogate strong enough to withstand your power. It felt like waking up, but it was just a lucid second dream.
Justice.
Maybe
Always
we
choose
felt
justice.
it. Maybe it didn't matter. We had a life. We embraced it. I wanted to punish those who abused their power, and now I had a way.
And so you became Tenno, serving the Orokin, but bound by honor. As the Tenno grew, they founded great schools, the Tenno ways. Do you see yours?
Alright, so I have an entire video on which one of these you guys should pick, but I'm just going to go over the basics right here. Don't fucking pick Unairu. Don't do it. It sucks. Read this. Sounds real fucking cool. Completely useless. Compared to all 4 of the other schools, do not pick it. Waste of your goddamn time. Zeneric. Whatever this says, doesn't matter. This is basically get 4 energy a second once you've taken it to the point where it's actually useful. Like, the first thing you upgrade is you get energy regeneration after you activate this, and then that's what Zeneric does. Naramon. This is a heavy melee-focused thing where you go invisible when you critical hit with melee weapons. Does that sound really good? Then that's Naramon. Naramon and Zeneric are probably the standout best of the 2 schools. I prefer Zeneric usually, but Naramon, of course, is kind of game-breaking in like a lot of large ways. Worth noting, I kind of expect Naramon to get nerfed eventually, so maybe check up on that before picking that. Vazarin. So, Vazarin is for if you are kind of a hard carry. So, if you don't feel like you really need anything extra and you're already kicking a whole lot of ass and you're just carrying the party left, right, and center, Vazarin will make it so you can revive your party members instantly. That's the huge thing there. Being able to just like stack up like instant revives and just like get people up off the ground instantaneously. Very useful. And if you don't want to worry about this really at all, and it's not really a big deal for you, and you're just going to put like 1 lens on a Warframe and Matarai, after you get a whole bunch of focus experience, will just give you a raw damage boost. And that's fine. I don't think it's as useful as Zeneric. But if you just want a raw damage boost, there it is. It takes a lot more focus points than any of the other schools to actually become useful, except for Unairu, which never becomes useful. But it's fine. In and of itself, it's fine. So the basic breakdown is Energy Hunger Warframes, melee-focused Warframes, carry Warframes, and general use for everything. I'm going to pick Zeneric, because Zeneric is very, very useful. And it's what I use most on my main account. It's very nice. Vazarin and like all 3 of these middle ones here, these are all totally fine. Naramon, Zeneric, Vazarin, wouldn't, like, that's totally reasonable. Matarai, I think, is like slightly worse than the other 3, but it's fine. But yeah, don't bother reading like these descriptions because they mean nothing.
Crystal, refracting the moonlight, the way of Zeneric. We believe the path to victory was to dominate the enemy. That strength of spirit could overcome any resistance.
Zeneric will be your focus. But we have so much more to do. Here in the Orbiter, transference will be even stronger. Command the Warframes. make whole this shattered world you've been given. Are you ready, Tenno?
Yes, Lotus, I am.
Alright, there we go. Center cleanse.
A new quest is available in your codex.
Alright. And that's the second dream. So, with that, the War Within, which is the next big quest, is soon. And with that, the War Within and the new star chart, I think I'm going to be starting a new free-to-play through, and this one comes to a close. So, I will hopefully see you then, because this was a fun little adventure. Took me a long time to complete, of course, taking very long breaks. But overall, it's been incredibly fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So, thank you guys for watching, and see you tomorrow.